Grand Rising, good afternoon, good night to the beautiful entity watching this video. You know what I'm saying? I had to clear my throat because we about to get right into this divine message. But understand, it's your boy Divine Messenger, and we're back with another message. And what's crazy, you must have thought that I was just going to give up on the push-ups. Like, nah. You know, and what's crazy, outside these push-ups, once we do end within 300 days of the push-ups, it'll be overtime. So I believe I'll be doing like 30,000, maybe 300, 400, maybe even more, because we got to do the work outside of the work. So even though we're not posting the push-ups, we're still posted up doing the push-ups behind closed doors. And the thing is, there's no need for me to even lie, because I need to be honest with myself anyway. So if I'm actually doing the work behind closed doors, then the results will show in the time. So, you know, the person that is watching this, you'll just begin to see towards the end of what all the hard work looks like. And I can't lie to anybody else but myself, so only I know the truth. And I can tell you all the things I want, but you know how this goes. So with today's title, it'll be 10 ways to recognize parasitic worms of our ego, and this cultivates our consciousness and our spiritual awareness. And we have 10 of these. And this teaching was supposed to be, you know, a live lecture and all that, but that's okay because we are suspended on TikTok and all that, but we still got YouTube, Instagram, and I am about to go live on Instagram today. But you seeing this, it's going to be like too late because you're going to be seeing this video on YouTube, but I am going to go live on Instagram and we'll talk about the 20 spiritual beings, or these 20 fallen angels, and there's different various types of them, and we'll discuss them and their way of living and the different titles that they hide behind. So we got many different lives to get into, but we're number one for the parasitic worms. We have psychic parasites, and then various, and hold on, actually before we even get into that, so ringworms, right, to a scientist, they would be known as dermathomites, and they are a type of fungi which can affect your skin and scalp and nails in the physical reality. So at number one, we have psychic parasites, and in many different spiritual and metaphysical belief systems, there are different concepts of psychic parasites, or energetic entity that can leech itself onto us as individuals, and it can feed off our energy, and it can influence the way we think and the way we feel. And these type of parasites are thought forms, and they are created by negative thought patterns and these unresolved emotions or external influences. And it's just how it sounds too, psychic. So they're so intuitive on a mental aspect that we can't even see them. Not only that, these beings they're literally programmed by archonic grids or archonic entities as well. So these are like hybrids. These are literally hydras, and they're like octopuses. So there's many different streams of them that are stringing themselves along to many people's consciousness, which is why if you're not able to control your emotions, or if you have negative emotions, or if you feel like you're sad or you're mad or any kind of thing that you're going through, it's not you that feels like that. It's these parasites that have leashed themselves onto you. And let's get right into this video. All right, now we're back to the official video as well, and we have the homework that is going to be on the screen over here. But still, back to the psychic parasites. So the way they think as well, they're thinking for us to govern ourselves and the way we think, to make us feel dumbed down from who we really are. And that's really the whole point of their whole purpose. And we can ask ourselves, well, how do we conquer these psychic entities? You have to understand your mind, because everything is the mind, literally. So because of the mind, these demons are literally controlling your mind through their demonic frequency. And I'm gonna keep saying that because we live in their realm. So we literally share life with these psychic entities, which is why they do what they do behind closed doors, because we can't even see them. So that's why you have to control your vibrations. So if you're always operating out of judgment and hate and envy and sorrow and sadness, you're not going to be able to actually cure yourself from these psychic parasites. The second one, spiritual attachment. Some spiritual traditions and belief systems suggest that individuals can become spiritually attached or influenced by negative energies or entities or thought forms, and they can manifest as psychological or emotional disturbances. And these practices can be energy clearing, spiritual protection, and inner work, and they are used to release these attachments and restore balance. And that's the thing as well when it even comes to the spiritual attachment. The thing is, with these spiritual attachments, these beings know who we are spiritually. So because they know who we are spiritually, we got to understand them on a divine aspect. If you don't know yourself spiritually, you won't be able to purge yourself from them spiritually. If you don't know yourself spiritually, you will not be able to purge yourself or themselves spiritually, because they have latched themselves onto you on a spiritual aspect. And that's how deep spirituality gets. It gets so divine to the point to where at this point it's not even on a psychic realm anymore. So let's, like, for example, let's say you get past the psychic ability of these entities. They are able to, before you're born, they're already assigned to all of us. Make sure we're looking good and crispy. But fuck it, you know, we just got done working on who gives a fuck, distraction. They're so fixated on their purpose and them leeching themselves onto us before we're born. As spiritual beings, we already have our demons literally leached onto us. So we all have actually spiritual worms or entities that literally, my fault, timer went out. Anyways, that are latched onto us. So because they latch onto us, they are able to do what they want to do with us. So because they do what they want to do with us, this is when we had to sit here and think to ourselves, why do you guys do what you do? So because we don't know what they do, we have to know ourselves spiritually. When you begin to become pure and holy and righteous within your spirit, then you begin to literally see them for who they are. So you can begin to purge yourself when you fast, when you water fast, when you fruit fast, when you do a smoothie fast, when you just fast in general, dry fast, fasting from people, places, things. When you're doing that, your spirit can literally become more awakened into the simulation that you are lying in, that you are sleeping in. Because we're so asleep, we don't really get to see these entities for who they are, and everybody literally has them. So as you're walking around going to society, your friend groups, your networking groups, your co-workers, your parents, your cousins, your sisters, your brothers, anybody in the world, they all have their own spiritual entities that are literally leeching onto their energy, which is why some people have fucked up attitudes, or they have envious ways of thinking, or they have negative ways of thinking, because something is controlling their way of living. 3, Archonic Entities, like I said before, and these are Gnostic and esoteric traditions, but either way it goes, it doesn't matter what title we place upon them, they are literally a way of thinking. So Archons are thought to be malevolent entities or forces that seek to control and manipulate human consciousness. And these entities can really feed off our energy and our consciousness, and they influence our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors in negative ways. And this is literally true because, and it's false as well, but these beings are so manipulative that they've been here before time. So therefore, the thing is, they have their own program. Our default program was evil before we became good. And because of that, the Archonic Entities, they were able to do that before we were even able to even do what we were supposed to do physically. So who gave them that allowance? The Almighty, because they are a part of Lucifer's almighty legion as well. So these Archonic Entities have no creation, just like Satan. So they mimic and they mock and they copycat. So because of that, we are literally copycats of higher orders. And so because the Archonic Entities knew that, they literally watched us and they seen us live our lives the way we were living it. So they were able to program these different extraterrestrial beings that have fallen from consciousness or heaven. So because they fell from consciousness, the Archonic Entities were able to program Lucifer and Satan. And Lucifer and Satan are just titles placed upon extraterrestrial beings that are literally worshiping these deities or these fallen angels. So they're worshiping themselves in a lower perspective. So you have to actually be awake to them. And the thing is, the Archonics, they control everything in our realm. So everything you see is literally programmed by an Archon. The politics, the government, CIA, all these different other, what do you want to call these? Conglomerates. They are programmed by higher orders. We just cannot see them. But if you actually become awakened, or if you do psychedelics, or if you actually get high out your mind, and you see the illusion, you'll see their grid. Their grid is literally, we're so asleep, that shit's in plain sight in the sky, and we still can't see it. We still can't see it. Number 4, energetic parasites. New Age and alternative healing practices can and will refer to energetic parasites as subtle energetic entities that can feed off the life force or chi of individuals, and they can drain our vitality and cause energetic imbalances. And techniques like energy healing, aura cleansing, and psychic self-defense are used to remove these parasites and restore energetic harmony. Literally. So for these energetic parasites, you had to learn what your energy is. You have to be able to live in peace and bliss. You have to just ignore what these haters are doing. You have to ignore the ugly ways that people practice behind closed doors. And what's crazy, there's many people that have their energy sucked right out of them. So they're basically energy vampires. And think about it like this, like let's say you go to a club, let's say you go to a function, let's say you go to a house party, let's say you go to a mansion party, or like let's just say you just go hang out with people. If you are in their presence and you feel the presence lowering, to where you feel drained. You don't feel like yourself anymore. You're thinking of thoughts and you're talking about things you never would really talk about. You're eating things, you're drinking things, and you're thinking things that you don't really do. But now that you're with these type of people, you're doing them all of a sudden and you want to fit in, but you know that you should be walking away from a situation and going to live your life, but you don't really want to because something about these people is intriguing to you. These vampires are leeching off of your energy because they know how valuable you are. That's why they got you to come out of your house, come out of your sanctuary, and they decided to get you into a place of a realm of consciousness to where you weren't able to comprehend the underworld that they are living in. So because that you are a divine being, you're going to be walking into different doors of demonic programs that are literally telling you like, yeah, this is what I do. This is my hell-like illusion. And because you are so angelic, I'm going to release and steal your energy and make it my own and spread it amongst my other demonic friends or family that I love and that I care about. So you are basically the outcast in a demonic program. The fifth one. Negative thought forms and different occultic and esoteric teachings. Negative thought forms or egregores are thought to be created by collective human thought patterns and emotions, and these thought forms can take a life of their own and influence people or groups, perpetuating cycles of negativity, fear, and suffering. And I try to tell people all the time, your thoughts do not belong to you. So because your thoughts don't belong to you, think about it, thou shalt not steal. Who gave us those commandments? And if you want to say Moses, why are you calling Satan Moses? Why are you calling Satan a biblical figure? So when it comes to thought forms, negative ones on top of that, they're not yours, but you got to have a balance. So it's inhumane to actually sit there and say to yourself that, to make sure and tell yourself that, even though on my spiritual journey, it's not, I'm not going to think negative. That's just not possible. That doesn't make any type of sense. You have to actually have a balance because you're having a human experience. So because you're having a human experience, you're going to think to yourself, you know what? Let's say somebody's car breaks down. Some people may get mad. Some people don't even want to change their tire. Some people will kick the car. Some people will curse the car out like it's the car's fault. But you should have known that what was going to happen. On top of that, and even if you didn't know, these are nothing but, it's a program, it's a simulation. It was meant to be simulated in that situation. So you have to control your emotions and control your thoughts because they don't belong to you. So if you're not able to control your thoughts, then your thoughts are controlling you. Not only that, you're letting your ego enslave your spirit to the point to where you can't even think beyond your negativity because these negative entities are literally programming you to think that this is a bad situation. So if people are saying they hate you or they talk about you behind your back, so there are some people who you claim as friends or whatever, you can talk to them every single day, but like, let's say you're not in a party with them. Let's say you're not talking to them behind closed doors and it's just them and the other friend and you're not there. They're talking about you in a negative way. Not only that, it's their demons because they know how divine you are. They put you at such a higher pedestal than themselves to where even if you do wrong, they'll gossip about it. That's why you got to be careful with people who gossip and people who judge you because it's like, why are you doing shit like that? And you can't even question it because that's their demons. That's how unconscious they are. People always want to find out what's about frequency that you're living in. But the thing is, though, you can't save everybody. And what's crazy, you don't need to. Because if they think that everything, like, if you cry over everything, you're soft as fuck and you're a bitch. Because your emotions do not matter to the universe. The universe will keep on showing you negative frequencies until you get that shit right. You had to think to yourself, if somebody cusses you out, if somebody says they don't want to be with you, somebody steals from you, somebody tries to kill you, you can feel any kind of way you want. Don't be programmed, but use discernment. That's their purpose. They were meant to do that for me. It's all divine timing. So whatever happens is going to happen. But what you can control is your thoughts. Because if you're too busy worrying about your emotions, then you can't think in a critical or in an analytical situation to get out of that negative thought form. Number 6, Astro Leeches. The same thing as the Archons, basically. In metaphysical and occultic teachings, astral leeches are thought to be parasitic entities that dwell in the astral plane. They feed off our energy and bodies of human beings during sleep or altered states of consciousness, and they are believed to drain our energy and cause fatigue or psychic disturbances. They're in the astral plane of existence. So when you're dreaming, when you're astral projecting as you're going to bed at night, that's where they dwell as well. So either way it goes, fam, we're so deep in this warfare. It don't matter if you lead a 3D dimension. You are still, let me make sure the phone don't get hot either. Okay, cool. I'm gonna have to hold this bad boy. Shit, or change the angle. Fuck it. You have to think to yourself that these Astro Leeches are going to always do what they do. Why? Because that's what they were programmed to do. We're so asleep in this warfare that we don't understand when we dream at night. That's why we have wet dreams, because these are Astro Leeches telling themselves like, yeah, I'm a succubus, I'm an incubus, and they're here to drain your energy. That's why a lot of you'll wake up and you'll think to yourself, how did you bust in your pants? How do you feel fatigued at night when you had a great amount of sleep? How did you have a nightmare? How did you have all these things happening in your dream? That was your reality. And that's the thing. These entities know us so much to where they actually program different leeches in different realms of consciousness. We have more than 9 realms that we live in. So no matter where you go, you will always see Satan, and he will work 10 times harder than what you're working hard to be accomplishing. And that is your spirit and your soul. They know who you are, but do you know who you are? That's why they're able to leech off of our energy. And you can sit there and blame God all you want. You can blame a title all you want. It won't matter to the Almighty Creator, because you have to understand what you are here to do. So if you can't seem to comprehend Astro Leeches, then you will literally have them leeching off your energy to the point to where you'll think to yourself every day you wake up, what can I do to protect my energy? You have to actually be awake in your dreams when you enter the astral plane of existence. And that takes meditation, that takes shadow work, it takes consistency in the gym. Number 7, the negative thought entities as well. There's more of them. So negative thought entities are thought forms that are created by repetitive thinking, fear, and trauma. These entities will attach themselves to you or environments, influencing thoughts or emotions in destructive ways. So you can practice being mindful. Positive affirmations and shadow work can dissolve these entities. So once again, it's the same exact negative thought entities, and you have different forms of them. So you have the subsurface level of them, but you got the conscious level of these negative thought entities. So for the conscious level of them and the subconscious mind as well, these entities are able to basically show you that you are not a product. You're not a product of your environment, but they will make you a product of their environment. So when somebody did things inappropriate to you in the past, caused you to have trauma, groomed your subconscious mind, they did that because that was their way of showing you love. Sad to say, that was their way of showing you love. And not only that, they got you to believe that was a regular program for them. So there are some people who have such negative thoughts in their mind to where they cannot seem to get shit together. They can't seem to get things right because they're too busy stuck in their past. And that's what these negative thought entities are doing for you. They were placed in your life at before 5 years old, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, whatever age you want to get to. They were always meant to shape your reality for you because they are your bullies. So how will you bully the bully? And on top of that, if you're bullying the bully, what does that make you? So if you're going to bully something, then bully these negative entities because they're in your mind for a reason. So these people don't hate on you, they hate on themselves. These people don't want to kill you, they want to kill themselves because you have got to such a healing state of mind. Because you have gotten to such a heightened state of consciousness, they hate that for you. And to where they hate that so much to where they can't seem to find an outlet, and they're so lost in their ways, they can't seem to find the spirit of Almighty God anymore. So where these demons have foreshadowed their whole ego, and all they can think about is hatred and negativity. Not only that, negativity and hatred actually pays the bills now. Imagine hating on somebody paying your bills. Come on, bro. Karmic parasites. In different spiritual belief systems, karmic parasites are thought to be energetic imprints or attachments from past life experiences that will continue to influence individuals in their current incarnation. And these attachments can manifest themselves into reoccurring patterns, phobias, or unresolved emotions, and they can affect your personal growth and your spiritual evolution. If you are not healing your karma, if you're not able to heal your karma, you have to figure out what you're doing here and these patterns that you're going through. So for example, if you cannot conquer lust, you have to understand why you are lusting after the things that you're lusting after, and you have to fast from that shit. It's okay to have sex with people. It's okay to want to lust after people. It's okay to want to smoke. It's okay to want to drink. It's okay to do whatever you want to do, which it's not really okay if it's negative, but I can't say that because negativity is literally good to the universe, sadly. When you're thinking about a karmic entity or a karmic parasite, it gets so deep to the point to where we all have so much karma that if you are not able to bring your karma to the surface, you will literally reincarnate every single lifetime and you will be stuck not knowing how to heal your karma. Not only that, the parasites that actually dwell in the karmic realm, they are waiting for your ass to die. They are waiting for your ass to not figure out what your karma is. And we have so many things of what karma can be, because for one, karma don't even exist, but it exists spiritually, but not physically. But the thing is, I'm lying to you, because karma exists physically, but the thing is, that's a man-made concept. So spiritually, we are karma, and on top of that, we are karmic parasites. So because of that, if you're not healing your karma, you will be spreading it amongst who? Other people in society, to where nobody will want to fuck with you anymore. You'll be single, you'll hate yourself, you won't have any marriages, you won't have any kids, you won't be able to elevate in life, you won't be able to be successful anymore, because you are too busy stuck in your karma. And what's crazy, these parasites have allowed themselves to live in your life in a comfortable state, to where you're so comfortable with them, you don't even know that they even exist, because you don't even believe in them. And that's the purpose of being oblivious. If you don't believe in these beings, that's where they got you. Number 9, psychic vampires. Psychic vampires are individuals who drain their energy or vitality of people through psychic means, such as manipulation, emotional manipulation, or energetic cords. And these individuals can unconsciously feed off the life force of others and leaving them feeling depleted or drained. So it's like a succubus, like an incubus. If you are not controlling yourself on a psychic standpoint, these energy vampires will literally leech off of your mind, and you will not be able to see it in plain sight. These entities will be able to control your emotions and your mind to the point to where they will manipulate you every single day. Not only that, let's say you healed your demons. Let's say you healed your parasitic worms in your body or on your spirit. You'll be able to not only see your worms or your demons, you'll be able to actually see other people's demons and parasites. So if you are dealing with an energy vampire or a psychic vampire, because they're both in the same, really, there's similarities and differences, but a psychic vampire, if you cannot see a narcissist or egotistical, cocky motherfucker, they are literally programming you to be just like them, because they're projecting themselves onto you. They put themselves so high above society to where they can't see the parasites leeching off their energy, and they feel drained and tired. And the thing is, they're so tired and drained to the point to where, and what's crazy, they have been manipulated by these higher demons. So they've been manipulated for so long, they're going to manipulate you into their manipulation, to where you will practice their manipulation onto other people, trying to manipulate them, because you are manipulated within yourself. So as you are manipulated within yourself, you won't be able to cut ties with them. That's why some people are so used to abusive relationships, because these psychic vampires are in their fucking face, and they cannot seem to cut the goddamn cord or the bond, because that's what entities do. They do so many things to come near you. They'll have sex with you. They'll show you a world you've never seen before. But when shit hits the fan, when you see their true colors, you're stuck. You're literally stuck in limbo and in purgatory in the physical sense. And if you can't find your way out of this manipulation, you're done. You will die in their manipulation. And when you die, you will come right back being manipulated again. And not only that, if you die to a psychic vampire, you will come back learning, and actually not even, well, you will be learning, but you will come back being unconscious to more psychic vampires, because that's your karma that you could not conquer in the past life, which is right now. So if you don't see your psychic vampires, then you need to sit with your mind and literally enhance your spiritual gifts, or enhance your psychic abilities, enhance your telepathy, enhance your physical and your mental stimulation of spiritual gifts. So clairvoyance, claircognizance, like once you begin to see these spiritual gifts in your mind, then you can see them for who they are. So where you'll literally be slaying these vampires in plain sight. So you'll be like Blade, literally and figuratively. Last but not least, entity attachments. Entity attachments are believed to be spiritual entities or disembodied souls that will attach themselves to living individuals, and they can influence your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. And these attachments can occur due to trauma, addiction, or unresolved issues, and they can be released through spiritual practices like energy clearing, soul retrieval, and shamanic healing. Once again, all 10 of these beings are all the same exact thing. That's why if you hear the same exact thing, they're literally all the same thing, honestly. So the only thing is, English is trying to comprehend it, but even still, English is a manipulation practice that we practice being manipulated by. These entities have attached themselves onto us since before we were born. So in order for you to actually heal from them, for one, once again, you had to clear your energy. You had to actually go outside. Go ground, go be in nature, because when you're actually out in nature, when you're cleansing your aura, you begin to get a universe the satisfaction and dedication of loving yourself and wanting to grow within yourself. So where these beings will get bored. They'll be like, man, they're so attached to you, they don't want to be attached to you anymore. Because while you're taking care of yourself, you're outside in the sun, and they hate the sun. They hate being outside. So you're basically purging themselves out of you. When you're fasting, drinking water all day, or when you're not eating all day, they can't find a source of, they can't find their own income. They can't invest into their income within you. So because of that, they're basically dying. They're killing themselves inside of your body. And that should be a great thing for you, because these entities can't attach themselves onto you anymore. So your thoughts will become more clear, more purified, more holy. And you'll begin to see what purpose you should be accomplishing and how you should be succeeding in your success. Now, even with trauma, addictions. So if you are addicted to your trauma, or if you are addicted to these negative patterns, you begin to heal them, because you have faced these entities for who they are. You have to purge yourself from what you used to know. You can't just keep on eating the same processed food, watching the same TV or these television programmings. So you can't just keep on being with people who are closed-minded, people who can't meet your elevation that you're at, because all you're doing is a disservice to yourself and your spirit. And your spirit trying to talk to you and communicate with you. But if you're too closed-minded to hear your spirit, then you're done. You're done. So hopefully you understand that these 10 entities, or these 10 parasitic worms, are living right now in our bodies, including mine. That's why I fast every day. On top of that, you cannot kill these entities that are a part of you. So therefore, if you actually do commit suicide, to be like, man, if I can't kill them, I gotta kill myself. If you kill yourself, they will leech themselves right back onto you. So you have to understand what you should be doing every single day. It's a process loving on God and Satan in this dimension. You're going to fail, you're going to fuck up, and you're going to piss these entities off. But that is how you grow. On top of that, Almighty, the observer, the divine creator, is watching you every single day. So as you are evolving, you'll be evolving beyond their comprehension, these entities' comprehension, to the point to where they won't even latch themselves onto you anymore. So when people are actually trying to talk to you or speak to you, look into their eyes and look at their entities, look at their ringworms. They're actually showing you they're literally there in plain sight, my nigga. And you can't save the unawakened. You cannot save everybody, but save yourself from the spiritual warfare. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe for more divine messages. And if you want to screenshot this lecture as well, I will actually have it on the screen also. But I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Once this video is done, get your ass to work. I love you. Have a great day, God and Goddess.